Queen Motivation is here. I'm here. Let me know when you're in the chat. When you're here. I have a guest today. So y'all get ready to hear some beautiful noise in the background, okay? But don't worry about that noise though, because we still here. Just waiting. I'll turn my light up a little bit. Hey, Lay. Trying to get my light right, you know. Definitely don't want the disco lights. Hey, Daniel. Happy born day. I'm going to shout you out again. You already know. Y'all, I'm trying to get my... Because my grandson is here. So he's busy today. Yes, sir. So it's going to be a very interesting live. Because I have a special guest. Yes, it's very hot. Yes, these my glasses. Yes, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear? Yes, they are here to see Queen Motivation, not King Gamson. Yes. Hey, you want some juice?
I want the juice.
You want some juice? Okay, drink your juice. You hear that? You hear him? Today I'm going to be on here talking about beautifully broken. And in the process of me talking, look. This is gonna be a very interesting live, but I'm here for it. As long as y'all here for it and y'all patient with me, then we are going to be just fine. Would you like to be seen? Would you like to say hi? Say hello.
Hello. The phone.
He says hello.
Hello.
He says hello, you guys.
Hello. Jerry?
When I brought him over to spend some time with Gammy, you know, I didn't quite all the way think about I'm gonna be doing the live with a whole live busy. Say busy. We got a busy here today. But on top of everything, definitely wanted to say thank you guys for still being so patient and for still coming, still showing love. I know Lay and Daniel not the only ones in here, so if you can just comment in the chat and say I'm here. Just comment in the chat, I'm here. And we gonna get it popping. We gonna get to going. We gonna get to going. Hi Evelyn, how are you doing? I decided to go live with my lovely grandson. So he's here. And he's not letting his Gammy be great at all. But he's so precious.
This is the glasses.
Yes, those are Gammy glasses. So, just going straight into it. So, today's topic, we're going to be talking about being beautifully broken. And I know a lot of people don't understand what it means to be beautifully broken. But it just basically means we may be broken. And we may be dealing with some damaged past, things that happened in our past. But that does not mean we're not beautiful. We have definitely been through some things, and I'm just grateful that we're able to sit here and still be in a position where we can still bless people and encourage people and look out for people and, keep people in good grace even when we're going through our own trials and tribulations. It's always been a blessing just to be able to do so. So in spite of everything, I'm grateful that I'm still able to do my live. I'm still grateful to get a message out. It's days when I have to push myself. It's days when I don't even want to get in front of the camera because I'm going through my own storms. But I know that I have a position and I'm going to stand in my position and I'm going to do what the Holy Spirit has allowed me to do. And in spite of everything, you guys are here with me again on Wednesday. So we all made it. And with that being said, we should really be congratulating ourselves because we could have been doing anything in the world. But we chose to come here tonight. And we chose to be on good grace with each and every one of us. And we are ready to show out. So if you're ready to show out, y'all get ready. For those of you who don't know, my name is Katrina. I go by Queen Motivation. The reason why I go by Queen Motivation is because I myself been through a lot of stuff and I always wanted to just motivate people. And I consider myself to be a queen, and I know a lot of you guys consider yourselves to be queens and kings. So when I thought about the name Queen Motivation, I just thought about how I love to motivate people and how I identify as a queen. So that's why I wanted to go with Queen Motivation. So beautifully broken is just realizing that no matter what we go through, we are still beautiful on the inside and out. We can't let our past mistakes and things that we went through make us out to be ugly people because we all going through something. Some of us are going through things worse. Like, I may think I'm going through something and my storm may be nothing compared to what somebody else going through. I might have just lost my job and somebody might have just lost a whole parent. I might have broke my toe and somebody might be paralyzed. I might be having a headache and somebody might be having an aneurysm. So even when I look at my own storms, I just realized that no matter what, somebody else is going to need some encouragement. Somebody else is going to need some pushing. Somebody else is going to need to feel the need to want to keep going. Like I said, a lot of us are trying our best to make ends meet. And we still finding a way to push. And we still finding a way to do whatever we got to do. So to be beautifully broken is just an understatement. Because like I said, brokenness does not make us broken people. It just makes us different. And it makes us understand that no matter what we go through, we're going to heal from it. We're going to be challenged sometimes. We are definitely going to be challenged sometimes. People are going to challenge us. The world is going to challenge us. We're going to challenge ourselves. But even with us challenging ourselves, we still know that we can do something great. We still know that we can do something different. So I'm grateful. Just knowing that in spite of me considering myself to be broken, I'm not damaged goods. I've heard a lot of people say that I was damaged goods before because I don't carry myself how everybody else carries themselves. And that doesn't mean that I'm damaged goods. That just means that I've been through some stuff. So by me being through some things, I look at things different from how everybody else would look at a situation. I analyze the situation. I want to make sure that before I go into whatever I'm about to go into, I want to make sure that I'm ready for it. I want to make sure that I'm prepared for it. So even though I have my own storms and I have my own things that I go through, I still know that I have to show up for myself. If I can't show up for nobody else, I know that I have to show up for myself. So that's why I said, in spite of me going through whatever I'm going through and consider myself to be broken, I'm still a beautiful individual. I'm still blessed. And a lot of you guys are still blessed in spite of. Some of us are still suffering from our childhood trauma. Like, some of us are still dealing with some stuff that we can't get through. Some of us are still trying our best to figure out what the next best step going to be or what the next best decision is going to be. We still trying to put two and two together because we don't know what we're going to do We don't know how we're going to get through it. We really don't know. So we just go through life just trusting. We just go through life believing that there's more. And once we get through life believing that there's more that we're able to do. Evelyn said it makes you wiser and more experienced to go through these struggles. It shouldn't ever remove value to ourselves, but add value. I definitely agree with you there, Evelyn. A lot of people go through a storm and they feel like just because they went through that storm that's it. Just because they went through a hard position or just because they faced a storm that was a little difficult in that season, they feel like it's nothing else they can do. They feel like they already done did everything that they can do and they devalue themselves. But I don't want y'all to devalue yourselves just because y'all went through whatever y'all went through. I don't want y'all to think about how your life is damaged because you had a little rough patch. I don't want you to think that your life is less worthy than the next person just because they were able to get through their situation faster than you, or they were able to figure out a way to go ahead. They was able to still push. That doesn't make them less of a person, and that doesn't make you less of a person. That just means each and every one of us have our own timing. And our timing is not somebody else's timing. Two people could be going for the same position at a job. Both of them want to be promoted. They both put in their resumes. They both put in their hard work, their dedication, their time. They both did everything that they were supposed to do. And one got chosen before the other one did. That doesn't mean that she's better and you're not. That just means that was her timing. And her timing was to be promoted. And maybe there's something about you that you still have to work on, or there's something about your life that you still haven't figured out yet. A lot of us can't be promoted because we're not ready. We think we're ready, but a lot of us aren't ready. We're not ready to be promoted yet. So we want to push through whatever it is really fast, and we don't want to take the time to really get to know ourselves or what we need to do. So we want to just rush and move fast. Sometimes when you move too fast, you miss the golden opportunity. Sometimes when you move too fast, thank you, sir. Sometimes when you move too fast, you can miss the key, the most important key. And then you set yourself backwards. And when you set yourself backwards, then you have to work harder. Nobody want to work harder than what they have to. So just because you've been through whatever it is you've been through, that does not make you less of a person. That does not mean you're not worthy of the next best thing. We just all go through stuff in our own timing. I may not be ready to move to the next level, but that doesn't mean the people that I surround myself with isn't. Some people want to hurry up and get it out the way. Some people want to take their time. Regardless of how it goes, it has to be your time. It has to be your time. That's not funny, sir. I'm going to need you to let me have this, please. Thank you. Hey, you can take that over there, look, and go over there with it. It'll be so much fun over there. If you go over there, I promise you. I went to... Listen. Life is so beautiful and it's so precious. Just like me having my grandson here. It's just a blessing because even though he's doing his own thing, I'm still able to do my own thing. Even though he's trying to wreak havoc and destroy things, I'm still able to do what I need to do. And that's another thing with life. Life may come and wreak havoc and try to destroy things and try to destroy you, but you still able to do whatever it is you got to do. It may be a distraction here and there. It may be something that's going to throw you off key, but you still, no matter what, have to push through it. You still have to push through it. Because at the end of the day, you have to realize that life is going to challenge you. It's going to make you want to do something different. It's definitely going to make you want to be better. It's definitely going to challenge you to be a better person. So that's why you can't let life distract you. And when I tell you everything is so beautiful, everything is so beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life is a beautiful struggle. I had a friend tell me a long time ago, life is a beautiful struggle. And why is life a beautiful struggle? Because even though we go through life, the way we go through life and we struggle, we still have something to be grateful for. It's still beautiful. So if you really think that you're going through something, you not. You transition into something greater. If you really think that you're being set up, you might be, but you're being set up for something great. And that's why I wanted to challenge somebody today to look at themselves again and tell themselves that I may be broken and I may be going through a hard time. I may be shifting through the next era in my life, but no matter what I'm going through, I'm still beautiful from the inside out. You are still an amazing person from the inside out. People may write you off. People may tell you that you're not going to be anything. People may even pray for your downfall. There are a lot of people who do not want to see you succeed. There's people that want to see you do good, but never better than them. There's people that want to see you elevate, but not too high. There's people that want you to stay right on a level, and if not on a level, they want you to be a little below their level. There's a lot of people out there that's rooting for you to fail. There's a lot of people, like Lay said, you don't look like what you've been through. And that's one of the things that I will say. We don't look like what we've been through. And I really have to say that I'm so blessed that a lot of us have been through so much and we still rock it. We still showing up. We still showing out. We still going through life as if we never went through anything. Some of us have forgiven ourselves. Some of us have forgiven people that we thought couldn't be forgiven. We are still rocking this thing called life out. And because we are rocking this thing called life out, we're able to still look at ourselves and still deem ourselves as some beautiful people. I don't care if you go through a storm that takes you through hell and high waters and break you down all the way to the point where you feel like you can't be built up. That's only the enemy trying to tell you that you can't come from whatever it is you're going through. That's only the enemy trying to tell you that you can't get through whatever it is you're going through. The enemy does not want you to see who you are. The enemy does not want to see that you are a wonderful person. The enemy does not want you to see that you are blessed and everything that you deserve in life is yours. He does not want you to reach your full potential. He doesn't want you to see that you are believed to have all the things that your heart is set on. Everything that you want in life, you can definitely get. You just have to believe in yourself. You just have to trust that no matter what it is, you have to believe that you are destined for greatness. When we look at life in a different aspect and we know that we broken and we feel that we're so far broken that we can't be healed, then we're going to look at life from the ugly side. We're going to look at life from the negative side. We're going to look at life as if we can't make it. We're going to look at life every way but blessed. We're going to look at life like we deserve half of the things we go through. We're going to look at life like, man, I'm supposed to go through this. We're going to look at life like, this is what I get. We may look like that's it. But when you realize that that's not it, when you realize that there's more to life than what you allow yourself to believe, you are definitely going to realize that you are going to go further. You are definitely going to realize that you are going to succeed. You're going to realize that you are going to take yourself out of a position that you never thought you could take yourself out of. Somebody right now is sitting down and they don't know if they're coming or if they're going. They don't know if they're going up or if they're going down. They don't know if they're going frontwards or they're going backwards. All they know is that they're going. And that's what you got to realize. All you got to know is that you are going. You are going somewhere. You are transitioning from one place to another place. It may not look like how it's supposed to be. It may not feel like how it's supposed to feel. It may not even serve you your purpose right there in that moment, but you better believe that you don't go through something for nothing. You don't just get all the way through something just to be stuck right there, unless you decide to be stuck right there. And nobody is going to be stuck anywhere if they believe they don't belong in that place. If you know that's not where you belong, you're not going to stay there. You're always going to look for a way to excel. You're always going to look for a way to be better. You're always going to look for a way to increase. You are destined to be something great. You may be broken. You may be broken. Hey, son, that's my son showing up. You may be broken. You may be a little damaged. Whatever you want to label it as, but you are blessed. You are blessed. You are sitting back and you can look back at your life and say, wow, I remember when I used to do this. I remember when I used to do that. I remember when I used to hang with this person. I remember when I used to hang with that person. But now I can't even find myself. Hey, Tay, my other daughter, all my children here, everybody that I love, even my newcomers, y'all are here, and I appreciate you guys. I always appreciate everybody showing up. Because one thing for certain and two things for sure. You guys keep me pushing. I can have one view. I can have two views. I can have 3 views. I can have 4 views. I don't care how many views I get as long as I know I'm reaching somebody. And I know that my faves are always going to show up regardless of what. We could be the only 3, the only 4, the only 5 on here. But we here because we know that there's a message to be heard. And since we know it's a message to be heard, no matter what, y'all be here. Y'all always find time, no matter what y'all got going on. Hey, Jazz, that's right. My people are here. No matter what we got going on, no matter what y'all could be doing, y'all here every Wednesday with me. And that's a blessing to my soul. And that's why no matter what, I'm going to keep pushing. Because everybody don't want a message. Everybody doesn't want anything positive. I asked the question earlier today on Facebook. I said, it's so easy for everybody to post drama, to post fights, to post all the negative things. It's so easy for everybody to push that and to post that, but nobody wants to post positive stuff. Nobody wants to elevate positive people. Nobody wants to encourage positive people, but we want to stay connected to the negative parts. We want to increase negativity. Like, we don't ever want to do anything that's going to keep the positivity flowing. So the fact that you guys are here with me just so we can keep the positivity flowing, just so the good messages of positivity can continue to reach people, that's a blessing. Because you literally can be doing anything in your time from 6 o'clock to 7:20 to 7:40, whatever time we in. Y'all could be doing something, but y'all are here. And that's why no matter what I go through, no matter what the circumstances is, no matter how I got to get this live out, I could be at work and I would go sit in the bathroom for an hour and I will be on live. Do you understand? Because I know that y'all really support me and I really support y'all. And I cannot for 1 second miss sitting here encouraging you guys. Because if I do that, I'm letting myself down. I'm letting you guys down. And a lot of people don't really understand how important it is to just be there for somebody. Because like I said, you don't know what somebody going through. We don't know what somebody going through. You don't know how somebody is feeling when they wake up in the morning. And sometimes it could be that one thing that you say that can turn somebody's life entirely around. Somebody could be feeling like it's the end of the world right now. Like they can't even go on no more. And they jump on this live and they be in a position where they just like, you know what, I give up. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired. I'm just, every time I try to do this or I try to do that, this go wrong, that go wrong. Everything goes wrong. But they jump on live, they hear a positive message, or they go and they watch a TD Jakes, or they watch a Sarah Jakes, or they watching somebody positive, or they listening to something positive, or they doing something to increase the positive levels, and they feel much better. So that's why no matter what happens, I will still do my lives. I also want to say, Lay said, I feel like when you go through things to get to your breakthrough, you appreciate it more. You know the work it took to get to where you are, and it holds greater value. It holds greater value it being handed to you. That's really true. That's really, really, really true. And then I have Midnight 11. Make sure we spreading some love. I appreciate everybody that's on my life that's showing out for me. The ones that, like I said, could be doing anything in the world, but y'all here with me. And that make me want to keep pushing my messages out. I may say the same thing 50 times. I may say again, encourage yourself. I may say celebrate yourself. I may say be good to yourself. I may say be kind to yourself. You may hear me say that every Wednesday, because it's true. You gotta be good to yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta encourage yourself. You have to be good to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. And most of all, you cannot go around lying to yourself. Because when you begin to lie to yourself, you begin to believe the lies. And then when those lies that you believe from you start coming in from other people, then you start believing their lies. And before you know it, you don't believe a whole bunch of lies that's not true. And you set yourself backwards again. Like I said, you may be broken, but you're still beautiful. You're beautiful from the inside. You're beautiful from the outside. You're beautiful from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. You are beautiful regardless of what you go through. Life may be bringing you a curveball. Life may be sour right now. Life may be making you feel like there is nothing else in this world that can go wrong. Life could be really unfair and rude. But I'm telling you right now that if you feel for 1 second in your bones that you cannot make it in life, I'm telling you that you can. If you feel for 1 second in your bone that you have nothing to live for, I'm telling you, you have everything to live for. If you feel for 1 second in your bones that nobody loves you, I love you, and everybody on this live stream love you. If you feel for 1 second in your bone that you can't move, I'm telling you, you can move. If you feel for 1 second in your bones that you are not worthy, I'm telling you right now that you are worthy. You are worthy of everything that you feel you are worthy of. You are in a great position. You are in the best position that you ever been in. Some of you don't even realize that you're not even where you used to be. You're so busy still focusing on what you used to do and what you used to have and where you used to hang and all these other things that you forgot to realize that you are not even in that same position no more. Some of you don't even realize that you have graduated from the people you hang around. Some of you don't even realize that you're not even comfortable where you used to hang out at because you're not supposed to be there. A lot of us be trying to go back to fit in. I'm not going back to fit in. If I grow out a pair of shoes, yeah, them shoes might have been cute when I was wearing them back in 1995. They was cute. Everybody was jocking my shoes. Everybody was coming around to see what I had on. And I'm wearing these shoes. And my hair laid to the side and slicked to the back. And I'm just feeling all good. And I'm just feeling myself. And I'm just out showing up and showing out. And I'm just doing my thing in these shoes that I wore back in 1995. Now it's 2023. So here I go trying to pop out these same old shoes. Because back then they looked good. Back then they served their purpose. Back then they fit in. Back then they fit. Back then they was popping. Back then they did what they were supposed to do. So now I'm trying to put these shoes on in 2023 and they don't even fit the same no more. They leaning to the left. They leaning to the right. Some of the sole is missing. I can't tie them no more. I can't even really get my foot in there like I want to. They don't match. The colors are faded. Everything about this shoe is just not what it's supposed to be no more. But because those shoes was popping back in 1995, I try to put them shoes back on in 2023 and they don't rock the same no more. That's the same thing with life. You have outgrown these people. You have outgrown these situations. It was looking good back then. It was feeling good back then. It served its purpose back then. Those friends served their purpose back then. Everything that you did in that purpose back then, it did what it was supposed to do back then. But now it's time for you to move around. Now it's time for you to graduate. Now it's time for you to realize that you are not that person no more. You are not in the bag. You are not that 1995 pair of shoes no more. You are 2023 brand new flavor. You are everything that you are supposed to be. So if anybody tell you for 1 second, if anybody speak any kind of negativity on you, I speak positivity on you. I speak greatness on you, okay? I rebuke failure because you are not a failure. Anything that's troubling your soul right now, I'm telling you right now that it is not going to trouble your soul no more. You are not who you used to be. People knew you, but they don't know you. See, everybody think because they knew you, they know you. See, you don't know me anymore. You don't know that I don't drink no more. You don't know that I don't smoke no more. You don't know that I don't be bar hopping and club hopping, and you don't know that I don't wear those clothes no more. See, people don't know you. They knew of you, so they knew you used to drink. They knew you used to smoke. They knew you used to be bar hopping. They knew you was in the clubs. They knew all these things about you. But when they haven't seen you in a while, they haven't seen your growth. They haven't seen what you've been through. So they still tagging you to the old version of you, and they trying to keep you attached to what they knew. But tell them, you knew me. But you don't know me anymore. You don't know who I am. You don't know who I represent. You don't know what I came through. You don't know what you don't know anything. You staying stuck on what you knew. HB Spooky said a great analogy, outgrow stuff. Definitely outgrow stuff. You definitely outgrow stuff, and you outgrow people, and you outgrow places. Now, I'm not saying every once in the blue moon you open up a little bottle of whatever it is and you have a sip. Okay, so you have a sip. That's fine. But it's when you open up a bottle when you know you don't drink no more and you want to please your old friends because your old friends in town. They just popped up and now you want to show them, oh, I'm still the same person, and you're trying to hang with her and you can't hang. Now you're waking up with a headache. Now you're waking up sick. Now you're waking up trying to feel like, oh, I don't think I can go to work. Now you got to call up and miss money, and they still going. They still doing what they supposed to be doing. They are still doing what they are supposed to be doing. And you done set yourself backwards because you want to pretend that you are still that person. That you can let that person go. You can let that person go. Tay says, right. The past me is not the present me. Amen. The past you is not the present you. You may have known me back then. You may have known what I did. You may have known where I used to hang. But that is not me anymore. And people will always try to remind you of who you... Well, you used to do it. You used to go out there and do that. You used to be that person. You used to. Exactly. I used to, but I don't anymore. So when people try to remind you of your past, you remind them of your present. And then let your presence show them where your future is going. A lot of people stay connected to that old version and they so afraid to let that version go. They're afraid they're going to miss something. You ever just be in your bed and you're sleeping and you just feeling so good because you're in your bed and a friend call you and say, hey girl, you want to go out? And you say, you know what? I would, but my spirit just telling me to stay in. So I'm going to sit this one out. And you sit it out. And then your friend call you next day like, girl, I'm glad you didn't go. Because they done shot up the whole place. 3 people got killed. Somebody paralyzed. The police came and shut the party down. It was a waste. I done paid $30 to get up in there and I didn't even get to go the whole night. It's because when your spirit is telling you not to go somewhere, follow your spirit. A lot of people brush that spirit off. If you got a funny feeling, go with that feeling. Go with it. Because a lot of people don't want to go with that feeling. A lot of people be like, no, I'm going to still go. It's probably nothing. And it's everything. It's everything and then some. That's why I'm going to always say this. If my spirit say no, I'm going to believe my spirit. I'm going to believe my spirit before I believe my friend. Because your friends can hype you up. Your friends can always be like, no, let's go, let's go. Girl, you going to have fun. I'm telling you, look, believe me, trust me. Trust me, you going to have fun. And then you get there, and then you don't have fun. Then you spent more money than you supposed to. Now you're just sitting there wishing you can go home, but you can't go home because you came with your friends. So now you got to wait till they finish before you can go home. Follow your spirit. Your spirit ain't never going to lie to you. It's never going to lie to you. Your spirit is going to tell you. Your spirit is going to tell you not to do what you're supposed to do. At the end of the day, you got to do what you're supposed to do. Because everybody is not for you just because they say they are. Daniel says, exactly, follow your spirit no matter what. There's a reason why it doesn't feel right. Trust your spirit. That is so right. Before I go more into it's so powerful, we got to give Daniel a shout out. Because today is his born day. So everybody who's on the live, everybody who's here right now, go ahead and stop what you're doing and type in the comments, happy born day, Daniel, or happy birthday, Daniel. Whichever way y'all do it, y'all tell him happy birthday because today is his day. So y'all show up and show out for him. Show up and show out for him. What you need, sis? His suitcase. His suitcase over there. There's no suitcase over there. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having Gamson issues. Is it in there? In the It might be in my trunk. Hey, you guys, I'm sorry, my grandson's here, so I'm trying to do gammy duties too. But yes, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Daniel. Y'all show up and y'all show out. Y'all apologize. This live is still happening. I just have my grandson, so we just doing things because I still gotta do gammy, but I still gotta do queen motivation too. But I'm telling you guys, the best thing you can do is just continue to still show up for yourself because we don't know what life has for us until we go through what we go through. What's going on, Wolfgang Nasty? So when you go through whatever it is that you're supposed to go through, you're gonna feel amazing. You are going to feel amazing. Listen, when I started letting go of things that was distracting me from myself, when I started getting in the way of my own self, that's when my life started getting better. That's when I started to see a flow. Because the flow came based off of me realizing that I am more than what I say I am. See, I started speaking to myself. I started erasing the lies that were told to me. I started telling people like, okay, you know what? I grew up my whole life thinking this. I grew up my whole life thinking that. I had people tell me this. I had people tell me that. I started to believe those lies. And when you start to believe those lies, you start acting in those lies. You start walking in those lies. You start doing the things that people told you. People said, girl, you might as well give up and don't do those YouTubes because ain't nobody going to watch. You might as well don't do those lives because ain't nobody going to show up. I said, well, if don't nobody show up, then I'll just be living to myself. If nobody watch my YouTube videos, I'm still going to do my YouTube video because I may have to go back and watch one of my own YouTube videos to remind myself who I am. Because one thing for certain, the two things for sure, I'm not going to let nobody tell me what I can and cannot do. I'm not going to let nobody tell me who I'm supposed to be. And I'm for sure not going to let nobody tell my story. My story is my story to tell. And if people don't like your story, that's going to be their problem because at the end of the day, I'm going to tell it how it is, whether you like it or rather you don't. Now, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I am going to tell you how it is. Because one thing I know is a lot of people dim their lights down just because they want to fit in. I don't care if I don't fit in. If I'm somewhere where I don't fit in, I don't belong. And if I fit in somewhere, I still don't belong. Because every day we're supposed to grow. Every day we have to outgrow people. Now, you could be in the circle with people for a timing. Because like I said, everything in life has a timing. You could be in the circle for a little while, but you have to outgrow that circle. You could be in that position for a little while, but you have to outgrow that position. You can hang around these people for a little while, but you have to outgrow people. If you're not outgrowing, that means you're staying still. And if you're staying still, nothing is happening. We want everything to happen the way it's supposed to happen. So we have to continue to push, regardless of what. You think every rapper got on the stage the first time and everybody was like, okay, yes, that's yeah, I rock word. No, everybody had a trial and error. Everybody had a good and a bad. Everybody had an up and a down. Everybody had a fall and to get back up. We all had to go through something to be able to do the little bit that we do. Some people feel like, oh, well, ain't nobody showing up, so I'm not going to do it. I don't care. Okay, I'm going to still do it. Lay said the tongue is powerful. You have to speak what you want into existence. The tongue can speak life or death. It's your choice. That is so true. And HB Spooky said, you right, sis, the tongue is powerful. He also said, if you fit it, that means you not different. That's right. And we all want to be different. Nobody wants to be the same. Have you ever put on an outfit and you thought you was finna be the bomb diggity in school? You like, yeah, I'm finna kill him in school. And you got your little outfit on and you like, yeah, I'm finna go up in this school. And yeah, because you thinking your mom the only one that shop at the store. So somewhere in your mind, you thought you was going to be the only one wearing that crossfade shirt. So you popping, you got your shoes on, you got your jeans, you flowing, you like, yeah, boy, I'm finna step in there. Watch this. And you walk into school and everybody got that shirt on. And now you mad because now you like, Man, everybody got the shirt. Now you trying to figure out how you gonna be different because now everybody got the shirt. So you looking around and one of your closest homeboys even got the shirt. You and one of your closest homeboys, y'all almost dressed alike. Y'all got the same exact same shoes on. And then your shirt is the same, but your jeans is a little different. But y'all kind of looking the same. So now y'all saucy because now you're like, my mama shop at the same store your mama shop at. So you feeling some type of way because y'all look the same. Nobody wants to be the same. Everybody wants to be different. Everybody want their own originality. But it don't always happen like that. But you can still put a twist on what you doing to make your own self, be your own originality. You don't have to be just like that person just because y'all have similar things. You don't have to. So let's see. Tay says the tongue is very powerful. I agree, friend. Tay also says, don't dim your light for nobody because those same people be the ones plotting on your downfall. That is true. Tay also says, so you can stay at the same level vibrations that they are on. That's true. A lot of people don't want to see you succeed. They do not want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you make no alters in your life. They want you to stay right where they are, if not below them. Cause have you ever asked somebody for something and you say, hey, you know that number that you got when that help you get that little connection? Hey, let me get that number. And people will act like if you give them that connection, they act like it's gonna take away from them. And the whole time, they don't want you to be greater than them. So they're not gonna give you the connection. When a lot of the times people don't understand. If I'm at the bottom and you get me to where you are, and then I go one step ahead of you, then that just means I'm going to reach my hand down and I'm going to bring you up with me. That don't mean that I'm going to take everything that you did and I'm going to get to the top and then I'm going to look down at you and spit on you. No, that just means that a humble person that receives a blessing is going to look back down, reach their hand, and grab that person back up. That's what you do when you want to see people elevate. But a lot of people are so scared of elevation, they don't want you to elevate because they know that they already, it's because they got to a place and they think that's it. They think that's the only place they can go. So they don't want you to go past them because they think they can't go no more. But the sad truth is, you can go anywhere you put your mind to. You can go anywhere you put your mind to. You could be anybody you put your mind to. You can do anything you really want to do. But a lot of people don't want to take the chance. They don't. They do not want to take the chance. They don't want to elevate themselves. They don't want to position themselves. They'd rather you stay where you are so they don't have to do anything extra because they comfortable where they are. They comfortable in the little life that they live and they comfortable. So they don't want you to go above them because they want to stay comfortable. I don't want to be comfortable. If it's too comfortable for me, I got to move around. They say you should never be the biggest fish in the pond. You can't elevate that way. You really can't. You really, really, really can't. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to be in that pond and all those little fish going to surround you and you not going to be able to move how you want to move. Just because you're the biggest of them all doesn't make you the baddest. Just because you're the biggest of them all doesn't put you in a position where you better than them. You definitely have to surround yourself with people that want to see you grow, that want to see you elevate. Lay says you got to surround yourself with people who, with people who are where you want to be. Definitely. They say you become who you are around. That's so true. Because you have found, there has been people who have hung around a lot of people who's brought them down. And they started getting on their levels. They started lowering themselves to get on their levels. They wanted to be just like them. So they brought themselves down. Because people make, some people make the struggle look so good that you want to struggle too. Some people make the struggle look like, hey, man, I see you struggling, but I see you making it. So I'm going to struggle too. Because that way, no. When I see somebody struggling, I don't want to struggle. Because to me, the struggle is real. And it's hard. And it's like, when you get a paycheck, I tell my children all the time, and other people, I ain't get paid, but I got a check. See, when you get a check, the check covers what it needs to take care of. When you get paid, you can take care of everything and still have a little bit of play money on the side. But when you just get a check, that's all it is. Check. Checking for how much you got left so you can pay your bills and hope that you got a little gas money on the side. And if you ain't got enough gas money on the side, now you looking at everybody like, all right, I ain't gonna go. Now you can't even go have fun. So you cannot hang around people who do not want to see you elevate. You cannot hang around people who don't want to see you grow. You cannot hang around people that speak lies to you, that tell you things that your soul don't need to hear. It is okay to get rid of friends. It's okay to get rid of family members. Like, it's okay. We don't need everybody in our face anyway. A lot of us think we need everybody in our face. Oh no, I'm gonna go ahead and just, see what they got going on. For what? If they don't call you and invite you to go nowhere, well, I'm not going. Because I'm not about to keep calling and begging and seeing what everybody got going on. Because if they wanted me to know what they had going on, they would invite me. They would call me. They would say, hey, what are you doing on Saturday at such and such day, such and such time? Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Okay, well, I wanted to see if you want to come. But if you got to keep getting on the phone calling and calling and calling, they didn't want you to know what they had going on. That's why sometimes when you invite yourself somewhere, people will be looking at you funny because they didn't want you there. And even if one of your friends wanted you there, there's always one person who just like, why she had to come or why he had to come. They could have stayed at home. There's always somebody in the background hating, but that don't mean stop living. That don't mean stop grinding. That means keep showing them that you are going to win and succeed and elevate with or without them. Because at the end of the day, who cares? Because you cannot live for other people. You have to live for yourself. The world is not going to stop because you want to stop and wait for your friends to catch up. You are going to lose out on your own blessings because you want to wait for your friends to catch up. And when your friends catch up, sometimes your friends pass you. Now you're mad at your friends because you decided you wanted to wait for them. You don't have to wait for your friends. You can go past your friends. It's okay. And if they're your real friends, they're going to celebrate your greatness anyway. Real friends celebrate you. Real friends is the kind of friends that you may not talk to for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. And when you hit them up and you say, hey, friend, something happened great in my life, they will still congratulate you. That's a real friend. Because everybody is going through something. So we can't be in everybody's face. When we was younger, it was okay to be in everybody's face, to be on the scene all the time, to be calling everybody and to see what everybody got going on. Now everybody is adults. And we all have lives. We all have lives. And because we all have lives, we cannot be on the phone with you 24/7. We can't call you all the time. We can't check on you and say, hey, hey, hey. We have lives. But when we check in, we check in. Late says, I'm deaf a low maintenance friend, but I'm always here. Well, as I've gotten older, let's just say older, because I used to always be the one, hey, what y'all doing? I'm texting. I'm always trying to motivate people some kind of way. If I send you a long paragraph with a message, it's because I'm thinking about you. And I don't expect you to respond right away. I don't expect you to make it your business to make sure I know you've seen the message. That's not the point. The point is I want you to know that I thought about you, and I want you to be blessed throughout your journey, and I want you to know that somebody wants to encourage you in spite of. Because like I said, we don't know what people are going through. We don't know. And since we don't know what people are going through, we definitely want to always be that voice of reason to encourage other people for whatever it is they may be going through. You do not have to call your friend Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on and so on and so on. You don't have to call your friend all the time. But just when your friend runs across your mind, don't sit up here with that mentality. oh, well, she ain't called me. He ain't called me, so I'm not calling him or I'm not calling her. People have lives and you don't know what people are going through. So it's okay if you be the first person to check in. That's fine. People, that mentality that people got, but they ain't hit me up. That's dumb because you really don't know what people got going on. Now, if you keep reaching out to somebody and you keep pushing it, and let's say you hit them up for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, and you hit them up and they hit you up, then they get on social media and then they post this big wild party that they just went to moments after you just text them and they just on social media. Turn up, yeah, I'm with my homies. Yeah, me and my friends, we lit. Okay, maybe then you can feel some type of way. Be like, okay, maybe I won't text them no more because now I see where they really at. That's a whole different journey. That's something different. When you can see people purposely ignoring you or really not wanting to be bothered with you, then you can remove yourself. But at least give people the benefit of the doubt before you decide to cut them off. I am cut off queen. I'm still learning. Listen, if somebody don't text me, I'm automatically gonna be in my feelings. And I'm not talking about my family. I'm not talking about the ones I encourage. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about, for example, if I'm trying to date or whatever the case may have you, and I slide a text message and you don't slide one back, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt the first time because everybody got lives. Everybody have things they need to do. But if a week go by and I'm texting you and you don't text me back, and then out of nowhere you just, hey, stranger me or something like that, that's very nerving for anybody. Because if I'm responding, and then finally I stop responding, I finally realize, like, okay, just maybe they not interested, or whatever the case may have you. I don't know, but I'm stopping responding. You don't have the right to text me, hey, stranger. Don't do that. Because if I'm reaching out to you and you don't reach out back for whatever the reason, and you hit me with a hey, stranger, that I'm not texting you back. Cause now I don't know what happened, but I'm not gonna text you back. Cause if I'm reaching out and that's what I get a month later, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, and I don't know what happened in your life. And I pray that whatever happened in your life is something that you got through or something that you need to get over. But you should never text somebody, "Hey, stranger," because you don't know what they are going through. They could have lost they could have had a family members die back to back to back to back. That's hard to come back from. If your grandma died, and then 2 weeks after your grandma died, your cousin died. And then a week after your cousin died, your brother died. And then after that, your mama died. And then your favorite uncle died. And you just shut down. Because you need some time to get your mind right. You done lost 5 people in a month. So you shut down and you just get away from the phone. You don't want to be bothered with nobody. You don't want to text nobody. You want to call nobody. The best text to be, hey, I haven't heard from you in about a month. I'm not sure if everything's okay. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to reach out and check on you to see if you're okay. And by any chance, if you need anything. If so, I'm here for you. Boom. Leave it at that. Leave the door for other people to respond. But don't just take your assumptions and be like, oh, well, they ain't text me in a month, so they ain't interested in me. We don't know what people go through. That's why I say always be kind to people, because we don't know what people go through. Like I said, we all may be broken. We all may be a little damaged. We all may be going through whatever it is we going through. But that does not give us the right to be ugly towards people. That is not fair for us to be ugly towards a person if we don't know what it is they're going through. That's why I said this message is beautifully broken, because, like I said, a lot of us may be broken. A lot of us may still be healing. A lot of us journey is a little different than the other person. But that does not give us the right to be mean or ugly or dismiss other people's emotions or disregard how other people are feeling. That does not give us the right to do so. We must learn that no matter what we go through, we need to treat people accordingly. how you want to be treated. You don't treat people based off of what you think. You treat people how you want to be treated. I don't want nobody to be rude to me, so therefore I don't want to be rude to nobody else. Now, I'm not saying that I can't get rude, because people on this live who really know me know that I can be a little ugly sometimes. But that's my own personal struggle, not taking it out on the next person. Do I have anger management? Maybe a little bit. Can I work on it a little more? Yes. But I'm not just going to intentionally wake up and just be ugly to somebody. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not. Everybody cannot be treated poorly just because you are having a poor day. Just because you're going through a little shift, a little wrath, a little shaking up, that don't mean you can take people through whatever it is you think they deserve, because everybody don't deserve that. My daughter said death behind the wheel. Listen, before I go into what Lay said, let me read what Tay said. Tay said, same, definitely the low maintenance friend, but one thing about it, I'ma be there. And that's always good, because we can't always be there for everybody. We can't. We cannot be there all the time. There's going to be a time in our lives where we have to check our own energy. If you going through something and you all your mental all shut up and you don't know if you're coming to go on yourself, how are you going to spurt anything towards somebody else? Because somebody could say one thing and trigger you, and that the whole conversation that went down here. You ever get on the phone, you try to encourage somebody? Yeah, I pray that everything's going good for you. I pray that your life and, what you're going through. I hate that you're going through that. And they just say something off the wall like, how you going to hate what I'm going through? You don't know what I'm going through. You just saying anything. Now you trying to look at the phone like, I'm gonna call you back. Why did that trigger you? Because somewhere in there, you dealing with your own personal stuff, but you trying to make it your business to be there for everybody. You can't be there for everybody. You just can't. You can't show up for everybody. You can't say yes all the time. There's always a no that has to be said. Some people don't like to hear that word no, and that's the problem. They probably haven't heard it enough. So when they hear no, they act like they took a sledgehammer and banged them across their last toe. And everybody know when that last toe get hit, that's a different kind of pain. So some people take a no as a pinky toe hitting on the corner of the wall. Because if you hit that pinky toe on the corner of the wall, that's a different kind of pain. So people hear no, they just automatically assume that they're not supposed to hear. So now they feel some type of way. You may be broken, but you are beautiful. You may be troubled, but you will move past whatever it is you're going through. You may feel as if you can't make it, but I'm telling you, you can make it. You're going to make it. You did not wake up today just to tell yourself you can't make it. Because you woke up. And when you woke up knowing that you had something to do. You didn't know what you were set up to do. You didn't know what God had for you to do. But you knew you woke up for a reason. Every time you wake up, there's a reason for your waking up. It's a purpose. Broken things can be fixed. Lay said, just remember, broken things can be fixed. Broken things can be fixed. But I also want to tell you that even when something is broken, with a little bit of cracks and crevices in it, a little damage, that doesn't mean it's not lovable. That doesn't mean that you can't still love what is broken. You can love what is broken. You can. You ever had a favorite mug and the handle fell off the mug? That doesn't mean that you can't still hold on to the mug. It's just missing the handle. You just can't grab it from the handle no more. But you can still hold that cup. Which means just because it's broken doesn't mean it's damaged goods. It doesn't mean it has to go in the trash. It just means you have to be gentle with it now. You have to be gentle with broken things. See, people are not gentle with broken things. If you're not gentle with broken things, that's when it becomes damage. Because once you break something to the point where it's beyond broken, that's a whole different kind of broken. That's a whole different kind of broken. Evelyn said, I feel like when you prioritize yourself, respect, your boundaries and your focus slowly. Friends who don't respect your focus and support your growth will weed themselves out. That is definitely the truth, Evelyn. Sometimes you don't have to say a thing. You don't have to say a word. You don't. All you gotta do is just sit back and just watch what happens. Just watch what happens. Cause everybody who's in your life don't belong in your life. Everybody who's in your life is not supposed to go where you were going. So they are automatically gonna start falling anyway. So what Evelyn said is so true. That's why you gotta stay in position. No matter what, stay in position. I don't care what you're going through, stay in position. And your position should always be on focus mode. You should always be on focus mode. Stay in your place. Don't get all over in somebody else's place. Stay in your place and realize that no matter what you go through, stay focused. Cause once you get unfocused, that's when things start to waver. That's when things start to go left, right, left, up, down, around, back, sideways. When stuff start getting crazy. When you take your eyes off the road. When you're driving, you got a rear view mirror. Think of your life as a car. When you driving, every time you're driving past something. You're driving past something. And when you drive past something, it's behind you. The only way for you to get back to it is you're going to have to make a U-turn just to go back in that same direction. That same direction. If you're already driving straight, you're already going forward. Do not make a U-turn just to go down the exact same road you just got off of. And that road is your past. That rearview mirror is for you to see what's behind you. But it's behind you for a reason. You cannot drive straight and look back at the same time. Because what's going to happen? You are going to crash. And a lot of us, we are trying to go forward in life, but we staying with our eyes in the back seat. We driving, but we looking back. We driving, but we looking back. And every time we look back, we putting ourselves in a position where we're going to crash. We don't want to crash. We want to get ahead in life. We want to be so destined for greatness that we want to focus on greatness. We want to be so destined for a greater position that we need to focus on a greater position. Set your mind on what you want in life. That's what you set your mind on. Don't get one step ahead and stay there. Because you're destined for something great. You're destined for something better. Don't just get in one place in your life and think that's it. You did not make it until you get to the end of the finish line. And the finish line is when you close your eyes. So as long as you got life in your body, breath in your body, wind in your lungs, do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on yourself. I don't care what the doctor say. If the doctor ain't say you're going to die tomorrow, then you're not going to die tomorrow. That means you got another day to live to be great. If the doctor tell you you're going to die in 6 months, you got 6 months to be great. And a lot of the times the doctors tell you something, but God got the final say. So just because the doctor says 6 months, that's what the doctor said. So you always have a day to try something new. You always have a day to put yourself in a better position. You always going to have a day to realize that you are the blessing. You are the prize. You are exactly who you are supposed to be. Don't let nobody else tell you anything different. You are who you are supposed to be. So if you're watching this live and you're struggling with yourself right now, I'm going to tell you, stop it. And the only reason why I'm going to tell you stop it because I don't know you and I don't know what you're going through. I don't know your storm. And there's people that's on this live that I personally know and I still don't know what they're going through. And that's why I'm telling them, do not sell yourself short. Do not keep being a victim in your story. Tell yourself, I done been through it. I'm going to get through it. And I'm going to succeed. I'm going to be great. I'm already blessed. So I'm going to be great. I'm going to be greater at my blessings. I'm going to receive all of my blessings. And I'm going to challenge myself to continue to do something different every day of my life. My greatness is set upon me and what I do. My greatness comes from what I need to do in life. My greatness comes from who I decide to hang around. Right now, doing these lives right now is putting me in a position for when I get on the stage. Am I on the stage yet? No. Do I know when I'm going to get on the stage? No. Is everybody going to support me? Maybe. Maybe not. But it's not for them to make that lifestyle for me. It's not for them to make me want to do it. I have to want to do it anyway. Because everybody on here can tell me right now, you can do it, you got it. Girl, you really good at it. I believe in you. I trust that you're going to make it. That's great to have people believe in you. But what good is it to have people believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? If you don't believe in yourself, it does not matter what people say. It doesn't matter how many people encourage you. It doesn't matter how many people lift you up. It doesn't matter how many people speak life into you. None of that matters if you do not believe in yourself. And a lot of us are struggling to believe in ourselves because we were forced to believe these lies that were told to us by people who did not want to see us achieve. So we ate those lies and we're believing those lies and we're living our life based off of those lies. But I want to tell you today that you need to unlearn those bad habits that you learned. If somebody told you something that was going to be against who you believe you are, don't believe it. If you said you was going to be a teacher and somebody said you don't look like a teacher, that's their eyes. Your vision says you're a teacher, then you're a teacher. If somebody says you don't look like you're going to do good in the customer service world, that's their opinion. That's the lie that they told themselves. That's why they can't get nowhere, because they like to lie to themselves and believe it. Some people love to believe a lie. They would rather believe a lie rather than believe the truth. So if somebody you know in your life told you some lies, I don't want you to believe them lies. Today stops. Today stops believing those lies. We don't believe those lies no more. Let's see what Lay said. Lay said, someone told me, tell yourself the positive until you believe it. Say it to yourself every morning and every night until you know it's the truth. Yes, y'all heard that saying? Faith it till you make it. That means you got to have faith no matter what. I can guarantee you right now, everybody on this live who drives, they had faith that they was going to make it to that gas station. That car just struggling. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. You don't know if your car going to make it to that gas station or not. The gas light done popped on and your car just it's struggling a little bit. But you had faith and you kept driving that car till you got to that gas station. And when you got to that gas station, you filled that car up and now you back driving again. That's the same thing with life. Faith is believing you can make it. Even if you don't know if you're going to make it or not. Faith is believing that you are going to make it. And every time we done got to that place where our gas was running out, we made sure that we got to the closest gas station. It's probably a gas station. Matter of fact, some of us will drive past the gas station all because we don't want to use that gas. So we faith it a little while longer until we get to that gas station and we put that gas in that car. Life is all about faithing it. Faithing it. Making it into the next level. You don't know what's ahead. We don't know what's ahead, but we can't fear what's ahead. If anything, you need to fear what's behind you, because what's behind you is what's going to keep you from getting ahead. So if you're going to fear anything, fear what's behind you. And if when you're afraid of something, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you go towards it. So fear what's behind you so you don't go backwards. Believe that what's ahead of you is yours and you are going to get it. You are going to receive it. Do not go backwards trying to grab something. I know there's people that did this too. You didn't wash all your clothes. You got to get somewhere real fast. So you go, you dig in the dirty clothes, and you try to put on those jeans. You trying to hurry up. You get outside, and you look down, and you realize it's a stain on your jeans. Now you're over here like, oh, if I would have just washed my clothes, instead of being lazy, I wouldn't have had to dig in the dirty clothes, pull out some jeans that I thought was clean with a big ketchup stain. Now I got to be wearing the ketchup stain. Now I got to worry about everybody staring at me and looking at me, all because you chose to make a decision not to wash your clothes. Now you got to suffer the consequences. Same thing with life. You chose to make a decision, and now you have to suffer the consequences if you don't make the right decision. When you are making a decision in life, make sure it's a decision that's going to put you in a better position mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and definitely spiritually. Because a lot of us do not understand that if we don't take the first step, we are going to constantly get behind ourselves. The first step is going to always be the step that's going to set you apart from everybody else. That first step is going to put you in a position where you can win for the rest of your life. But you have to take the first step. You may be broken. You may feel broken. But again, you are beautiful from the inside and out. You may be struggling, but you are going to win. You are going to succeed. You are going to make it. You are not in a position of failing. You are in a position of winning. So if you think you're in a position of failing, that's that lie that you need to not tell yourself. I know you are going to be great. I know you are destined for greatness. I know that every challenge in your life has challenged you all the way up until you think you can't make it. You are going to make it. You was not brought all the way here just to be left alone. You are covered. You are blessed. You are humbled. You are going to receive some of the greatest achievements. As long as you believe it. I can believe it all day for you. I can believe that you are going to excel. I can believe that you are going to get so far in life. I can believe that you are going to make it like you never made it before. I can believe all these things for you, but you have to believe these things yourself. Because if you don't believe it yourself, then you may not achieve it. You may not receive the greatness. You may not get to that place you need to be at in life if you don't believe it yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself to know that you are destined for whatever you set your mind to. A lot of us have sat back and we have been so hard on ourselves because we didn't finish that school application. And we just sitting around like, I should have just went to school. I should have just filled out the application. Oh, I should have. Don't be hard on yourself. Because maybe you didn't finish the application because it wasn't your time. You didn't accept that job because that wasn't for you. Don't be hard on yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. There's a lot of things that I could tell my therapist right now. She would be so proud of me because I've done some things that only I know that I couldn't have done if I didn't believe in myself. Everybody else could believe in me, but I know that I had to believe in myself. I had to believe that I can do it. And I did it. And when I did it, it felt so good because I chose to believe in myself. So again, you may be broken. You may feel broken, but you are beautiful. You are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You are in a better position. And the only person that can take you out of that position is yourself. Can't nobody else knock you out of that position. Only you can. Only you can set yourself backwards. Only you can consider yourself a failure if that's what you choose to believe. Because people are going to say what they're going to say. People are going to do whatever they're going to do. But you don't have to believe their lies. You don't have to believe their lies. You don't have to believe the lies you told yourself. You don't have to have anything to do with anything negative in your life if you don't want to. If people say, oh, she thinks she all that, well, thank you. I must be. For you to say it, I must be it. Because I wasn't thinking that. But if you said it and that's how you feel, then maybe I am. Maybe I am all that. But again, that's what you said. Those aren't the words that came out of my mouth. So thank you for seeing something in me that maybe I didn't see myself. I appreciate it. Because when somebody walk up to you and tell you think you all that, it's the way you carry yourself. So that means you carrying yourself in a position to where they ain't reached yet. They haven't gotten to that place yet. Because when you get to a place of healing, you do carry yourself different. You look different, you talk different, you walk different, your hair is different. Everything you do is different. So somebody gonna notice it, even if they make a negative comment. It's fine. They notice you are not who you were. So anytime somebody be like, I knew you when you was out there on the streets. I knew you when you was smoking crack. I knew you when you was out there selling tail. I knew when you was out there doing all that. Anytime somebody remind you of what they knew, just say, but you don't know me. You don't know me. I don't care what you knew. Guys tell me all the time, well, you used to. I knew you. I knew you. You knew me. And I always have to remind them, you knew me when I didn't know myself. Because when you know yourself, can't nobody, nobody do anything or say anything that's going to make you go backwards. So every time they say that to me, I always say, you knew me when I didn't know myself. And now that I know myself, now that I know who I am, now that I know who I'm supposed to be, it don't matter what you say because I'm not who you knew. I am who I know. And who I know is I'm a queen. Who I know is I'm a boss. Who I know is I'm blessed. Who I know is somebody that's going to go above and beyond. I know who I am. You knew who I was. It's a big difference. Lay said, knew the old me. And Lay also said, new, past. Right now, I'm focusing on the present and the future me. Yes, the present is going to prepare you for a great future. Only if you believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, it don't matter about nothing else or what nobody else say. It is not going to hit your spirit how it needs to hit your spirit. So you need to learn who you are for yourself. Not for nobody else, but who you are for yourself. That's what you need to know. And another thing too, because I don't know who do this, because I sometimes catch myself trying to be a little bit connected to my little past, because some of us, keep it real, some of us, we have fun when we was out there in the world. We had fun when we was throwing our butt in the circle. We had fun when we was throwing back shots. We have fun. Some of us don't want to let that go, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But as long as you true to yourself, you won't get lost in your old self. So if you want to every once in the blue moon throw your booty in the circle, throw it in the circle. If you want to every once in the blue moon throw a shot or two back, throw a shot or two back. Because when you know yourself, you don't get lost in your old self. So some of us still are attached to the little some, we like, hey, I ain't going to give all of me up. I'll give some of me up, but I'm going to keep this little bit because there's some of me that I ain't ready to let go of. Just be true to yourself. As long as you true to yourself, it don't matter what nobody else think. Because people going to always remind you of your past. They always going to remind you of who you were. People are always going to try to keep you attached to that. But if you're true to yourself, that's not even going to matter. They're going to try to say, I thought you said you don't drink no more. No. I said I don't get drunk no more. It's a big difference. I thought you said you don't go to the club no more. I said I don't turn up in the club. It's a big difference. I thought you said you don't do this, you don't do that. I said to mind your business. Because I know who I am and I know what I'm doing. And you worry about the wrong stuff. You trying to remind me of something that I don't need. Love yourself. Be true to yourself. Respect yourself. Know yourself. Have boundaries for yourself. And if you don't know yourself, get to know yourself. Introduce yourself to yourself. Because sometimes we don't know who we are. Because like I said, we was led to believe a whole lie. Reintroduce yourself to yourself. Hey, how you doing? My name is Katrina. Hi, Katrina. How you doing? I'm blessed. Reintroduce yourself to yourself. Get to know who you are. Get to know who you're supposed to be. Because at the end of the day, the only person that owes something to you is yourself. Because everybody else, they're going to do and say whatever they're going to do anyway. So you might as well don't be trying to do nothing for just to try to please man. It's really no need. Because you're going to hurt yourself every time you try to please somebody else. You're going to hurt yourself every time you try to please somebody else. So, stay on top of yourself. Be true to yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. And let everything else go that don't matter. Everything else can go. Yeah, I know I would love to stay on here with y'all. I would love to go over and over and over again. And I would be on this live from sun up to sundown if I could. But I still got to tend to my grandson. Because he's chilling right now. Evelyn said, yes, say it into existence. Yes, Evelyn. Say it. Okay? Say it into existence. Believe it. Trust it. Manifest it. Because I guarantee you, when you start believing in yourself, oh, all hell going to break loose. And nobody going to be able to touch you. Nobody. Nobody. Well, we going to say it into existence and speak it into existence. Because at the end of the day, we going to say it, we going to speak it, Evelyn, and we going to believe it. So your words still stand firm in here. Because that's what we going to do. We going to say it and speak it. Because we can say it to somebody and we can speak it to ourselves. So either way you word your words, they still powerful, honey. Believe that. Because one thing we going to do is encourage each other up in here. We're going to bless each other. We're going to celebrate each other. We're going to love on one another. Because we are here to be each other's backbone. And I want everybody who's still in here, before we go, to just tell somebody, I'm proud of you because you know who you are. And you are beautifully broken. Tell somebody, I am proud of you because you know who you are and you are beautifully broken. I'm going to type mine in the chat too. Because mine be acting up sometimes. It's not letting me do it because it's being funny. But just know that I am proud of you because you know who you are and you are beautifully broken. That was the message today, beautifully broken. I really hope this message really touched somebody. I hope this message just leaked into somebody's soul. I hope this message made you guys feel like you ready to take on the next challenge. I hope I see you guys next Wednesday. You guys are such a blessing to me, and I definitely appreciate it. I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on some things. I'm still trying to learn different ways to encourage each and every one of you guys. It's such a blessing, such a blessing, such a blessing just to be here with you guys and for you guys to be here with me. We are going to keep increasing. We are going to keep elevating. And in November, I want to start doing a raffle. So if you here with me now, I know you'll be here with me in November. I'm going to do a raffle in November. I am what? Smile is worth more than gold, and you have a great smile. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that, Ian. I don't know if I'm saying your name wrong. I do apologize. But I definitely appreciate the compliments. Definitely a blessing. And I want to tell you guys that for November, we're going to do a raffle. And in the raffle, I want to bless somebody with a Christmas basket. So we're gonna start the raffle in November. I'm thinking we're gonna start it after Thanksgiving. I'm gonna start the raffle. So whoever wins is going to win that Christmas basket. So y'all, as soon as we get more information on that, be prepared because we're gonna start giving prizes on this live. Because when you celebrate me, I'm gonna celebrate you. When you show up for me, I'm going to show up for you. When you show out for me, I'm going to show out for you. So we're going to start giving prizes. Like, we're going to really enjoy this live. This live isn't just to encourage and elevate people. It's also to bless people regardless of what that looks like. So if you need me outside of the live, my daughter, she typed up everything in the chat. We are definitely here for greatness. We are definitely here to celebrate each other. Thank you, new subscriber. Cheers from Australia. Y'all give him a shout out. He's new. He came to show up for me, and I appreciate it. I appreciate all newcomers. You guys are definitely a blessing. I am so excited just to be here with you guys, and I'm grateful that you guys are here with me. I can never do this without you guys. So with that being said, y'all know what time it is. Next Wednesday. I will say if you have a topic, let me know what your topic is. If you want me to do a topic, I'll do a topic. If whatever you want me to do on my live, whatever you want to see me do on my live, y'all let me know. And if you want to be a special guest on my live next Wednesday, let me know in my emails or let me know how you want to do it. And I can definitely make it so I can have a special guest if you want to be considered a guest on my live. I'm telling y'all, we going all out. We doing big things. So next Wednesday, if you want to be a guest, let me know ahead of time so I can go ahead and set it up so we can have a guest. You never know who want to say something. You never know who want to show their face. We never know, so I want to give everybody the opportunity to be a part of the live, no matter how it looks, whether it's showing your face, whether it's commenting, regardless of how it goes. I want everybody to have an opportunity to be a part of my live stream, Queen Motivation. I got videos on my page. Check out the videos. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like the videos. Share the videos. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. We are definitely here to win. We are definitely here to ride. So I am so grateful. I am said I'm a concert pianist and composer. My blind self, because you're a positive person. I perform piano. Aw, that is so sweet. I'm gonna keep you into that. I'm gonna look into that. You never know when I blow up and I get big, you might be my pianist. You might be on the shows with me. We might be doing some big things together. You never know. Connections come from wherever. So I'm grateful for that. That's a blessing. Y'all shout out all the newcomers and say thank you for the newcomers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night. I love you guys. I am signing off. You all are amazing. You all are blessing. Y'all have a wonderful night. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll see you next Wednesday, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hope to see you there. Show love to somebody and be blessed. Queen Motivation signing off.